Welcome back everyone. Today I've got a pretty interesting one. So back maybe in January I had a friend of mine who was opening up a cafe, and that friend is a close friend of mine. I was doing the IT for him at that cafe. Cafes don't have that much IT other than, you know, FPOS machines, a bit of networking and whatnot, but because he's my friend, I did a bit of extra work there just to secure the point of sale terminals and all that sort of thing. But also I was just helping him with the fiddly bits. So thanks to this pandemic, obviously there's a lot of little things that you have to do with government or government bodies that sort of tell you who has to check in and check out, and you have to sort of have these services available at the front door. So one of the main ones is that when someone walks into the cafe, they have to go in and scan the QR code. The QR code basically launches the Service New South Wales app, which is the application here that we use to sign in to venues when we get to them, so that we can be contacted if there is a positive case that was there at the same time. So because of that and other little inconveniences like not having, you know, paper-based menus and stuff, we're sort of trying to streamline the whole process from a customer's experience. So when a customer walks in, how do you make them feel as if they are, you know, not having to do all these things before they sit down and order their food? You've got to try and make it simple for them, right? So what I did was I created one single QR code that lets one customer walk into the store, scan it, and then they get the option to sign in, they get the option to launch the menu, they get the option to go to social media pages like Facebook, Snapchat, Instagram, TikTok, all of those, and you can put whatever other stuff you want on there as well. One of the other things that we did was also going straight to the Google review page so that people could leave a Google review if they wanted to. So I'll show you how we did the QR code, because I think that it is a great option for many businesses. I think that a lot of businesses can benefit from it, even to the point where I actually did it myself. So you'll see here that I actually created my own QR code. Hold it on this hand. So I created a QR code for my own business card. So rather than having, like, you know, my email, my phone number, my website, my LinkedIn, I just have a QR code, and that QR code gets scanned by the person who I've given the card to. Once they've scanned the card, then they get the option to go to my LinkedIn, to send me an email, to give me a phone call, and I can also turn this into a NFC card. And what that means is that someone can come, so rather than giving cards to everyone, I can just have a card like this. It's a bit thicker than this, and people will come to me and they'll just tap the card with their phone and it'll launch the same thing that, you know, you can get from the QR code. So it's very simple the way I did it. It's all free, and I think that's the most important part, because a lot of people are wanting to pay for extra services these days. So all of the things that I used, or the tools that I used, were free. They all have paid versions, as most things do, but we were able to do it with the free version. Even my own business card is with the free version. So what I did was I set up a Linktree account. So the cafe's name is called Moody Bean. I set up a Linktree account for Moody Bean, and what we did was, well, if you don't know what Linktree is, basically it's one landing page that lets you give the option to your users or your customers to go to all the other social platforms that you have. So the Linktree, we created the Linktree account, and then what we do is we create a Facebook button, a Instagram button, a TikTok button, a menu button, and a check-in button. And I was able to pull the check-in URL. So the URL is what, when someone scans the Service New South Wales QR code at the front desk, it launches a URL which launches the Service New South Wales application on a phone, whether it's Android or iPhone, and then they're asked to check in. So I captured that URL and I made it a button in Linktree. So when people walk into Moody Bean, they scan the QR code, they get the Linktree presented to them with Facebook, Instagram, the menu, the check-in button for Service New South Wales, and anything else that Mick wanted to put in there. Once I did that, then I just went to Google. I said generate a QR code. I found the Linktree URL for Moody Bean was linktree.com/Moody Bean. So we put that into the QR code generator, and we created a QR code which ends up looking something like this. This is the one for Quonsec, but it ends up looking like this. And then all we have to do is print the QR code, laminate it, stick it on all the tables, stick it at the front desk, stick it at the front door, stick it on the registers, and when people come in, you just ask them to scan that one QR code, gives them the option to look at the menu, gives them the option to check in, gives them the option to leave a review. So a nice quick link, just one button straight to Facebook reviews or Google reviews so they can leave a review. So you know, when you're standing there talking to your customers after they're finished eating and you want to tell them, you know, oh, can you please leave a review, but then you have to explain them how to get to the review and blah blah blah. You don't have to just scan the QR code, they just press the button, leave the review, and you're done. So I hope that helps. I know everyone's looking for ways to sort of come out on top after this pandemic. If you do think of anything else, or if you have any ideas or questions, drop them in the comment section below. And if you enjoyed the video and you like what you see and you think that you can benefit a bit more, then hit the subscribe button and smash that like button. It really helps to motivate me make more.